I told you so is going to sound so sweet coming out of my mouth after Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, because as soon as they announced this fight, I was like, let me put 5 seconds of thought into this and then decide where I think I stand. Because I'm the one person who since the beginning of this has said, are you guys insane? Mike Tyson is going to murk Jake Paul. Okay. This is not a simple equation. I understand that. And I'm going to tell you why everybody is misreading this, massively misreading this. Like, oh my God, Jake Paul, it's elderly abuse. What I'm telling you is get your money in while Mike Tyson is an underdog, because he's going to murk Jake Paul. Okay. I'm not a Jake Paul hater at all. I've done so many videos on the Paul brothers, and every single time that I have talked about Jake Paul or Logan Paul, I've had to differentiate because I have a ton of respect for Jake Paul, a ton. And honestly, I don't even hate Logan Paul. I just had to light him up because he sued Dylan Dennis and he's bragging about bankrupting him. I have a serious ethical problem with that, like a really huge ethical problem with that. So I lit him up. But Jake, you will never hear me say anything negative about Jake. You also will never hear me say that I think someone's going to win a fight if I think they're going to lose a fight. And I'm telling you, I do not think I could be more confident making a prediction than that Mike Tyson is going to murk Jake Paul if the version of Mike Tyson that shows up to that fight is even remotely close to the version of Mike Tyson who fought against Roy Jones. We're going to look at that footage, but first, we're going to look at the new footage that just came out of Mike Tyson, and we're going to do that right now, because if anyone looks at this footage of Mike Tyson training, the new Tyson footage training, Tyson training footage, and says, oh my God, this is going to be elderly abuse, Mike Tyson's going to get murked. Okay, explain to me how. How is Jake Paul going to land a solid enough punch on this guy to where it's going to be elderly abuse? He's just going to crumble and fall. Okay, you have to land a good punch, right? You have to, just because he's whatever age, he has the hormones of a 21-year-old. Okay, anyway, so we're going to watch this footage. Then we're going to talk about this footage, and then we're going to look at some of the footage of the Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fight, and we're going to discuss that as well, because, dude, this is a completely different ball game from anything that Jake Paul has done. It's a completely different ball game from anything that you think might be like this, like Vitor Belfort against Evander Holyfield, which is the reason everyone keeps saying, oh my God, Mike Tyson's going to get murked. Because Evander Holyfield got murked, not the same, not even remotely close to the same. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, let's watch this, and then we're going to talk about it. Watch Mike Tyson training. Oh my God.
Nice. Good.
Dude. Oh my God, dude.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh my God.
Extremely vicious workout.
Bro. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to pause it real quick. Who moves their head like that? How is Jake Paul? Dude, my face is turning red, man. I'm sorry. I'm the biggest Mike Tyson fan on earth. Okay, growing up, I was the biggest Tyson fan ever. The only piece of clothing that I owned that I personally bought when I was a teenager with my own money were 2 shirts that were Mike Tyson shirts, okay? Like where I worked, that was the kind of thing where it was like my parents bought my clothes, except for the 2 things that I owned that said Mike Tyson on them, because they're like, we're not buying you clothing from that guy who assaults women. I'm like, he didn't do it. He didn't do it, Mom. God, Mom, shut up. Shut up, Mom. Just kidding. But yeah, so when it comes to combat sports, though, you know, the thing is, I know what I'm looking at, okay? You're not going to convince me otherwise. My track record's pretty good. Every time I've been seen to pick a win, anytime that I've been like, you guys, listen to what I'm telling you like this with my eyes this big, I've been right. And I'm telling you, this is a walkover, dude. If assuming that is recent training footage, which why would they lie? Who has Jake Paul fought that looks like that? Listen to me, dude. Listen, actually, let's finish the video and then we'll talk more about it and then we'll go do the Roy Jones and Mike Tyson stuff. Hold on.
Roll two. 3. Roll two. Roll two. Roll.
Dude. Oh my
Some
God.
people gossip that he's not in shape. Bro, look at him. He's gonna knock you out with one punch. Let's check out.
He's going to murk Jake Paul. If honestly, in all seriousness, I wouldn't even lose respect for Jake Paul if he pulled out of this fight. He's not going to, which is gangster. But if he looks at that footage and he's like, "Yep, let's do that. Let's definitely do that." It's an exhibition, and this is the craziest part about it, dude. It's an exhibition. Okay, so wait, I didn't even think about this, dude. By the way, subscribe to the channel if you like. I know if you haven't seen my stuff before, I probably look really unhinged, but I'm more excited for this fight than I have been for like any fight in the recent past at all. Because I love, dude, this people are looking at this so wrong. Jake Paul is gonna fight that guy, dude. It's gonna be the best thing ever. And I'm gonna look like a genius because everybody saw Evander Holyfield, who has the most advanced CTE of any living boxer that's that age, like ever, okay? And he somehow got approved to fight Vitor Belfort. And they're like, well, Mike Tyson's kind of near the same age, so that's probably gonna be the same. It's like, hey guys, that's not enough information, dude. You could have never found Evander Holyfield footage that looked like that before that fight. And also, how did Mike Tyson look when he fought against Roy Jones? Again, we'll look at that in a second. So, here's the deal. What did we learn this weekend when we had Anthony Joshua fight against Mike Tyson? What? Against Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is a good boxer too. Do you think Jake Paul is a significantly better boxer than Francis Ngannou? No, he's not. He's not. If you think Jake Paul's a better boxer than Francis Ngannou, then you're wrong, okay? They're both good boxers, right? Mike Tyson might be the best technical boxer like ever in the heavyweight division. Just come on, dude. I'm talking about muscle memory. When he was training all the time, he was tiny and he just murked everybody because his head movement, his footwork was so flawless and so hard to deal with, and his movement and speed was impossible for these guys to deal with. He destroyed them all. Those fights were not close. None of his fights were close when he was training consistently before he started going and doing nothing but, yayo and hookers leading into fights, okay? In that streak, when he was doing nothing but training, he was super focused before he got all the money, and then and Customano died and he lost his mind. Those were no one could even touch him. He went on the most dominant run in the history of the heavyweight division. Literally, he might be the most skilled heavyweight ever. And if you watch I'm sorry, I forgot about the most important thing. It's an exhibition. Okay, why? Because of weight classes, right? So when they did that with Logan Paul and Mayweather, they did an exhibition because Floyd is tiny, and Logan is huge. Okay, exhibition for Logan versus Floyd was because he is huge and Floyd is small. They're doing an exhibition here because Tyson is so much bigger than Jake Paul. And that's what he looks like. He's going to murk him, dude. Tyson's going to murk him. Anybody who watches this training footage and still thinks that Jake Paul's a favorite in this fight is smoking crack. Evander Holyfield could not remember a story he told our group 12 minutes ago when we met him in 2016. His CTE is out of this world. Tyson does not have the same brain damage. Oh, why? Why does he not have the same brain damage, Jesse on Fire? I'm glad that you asked. It's because of their fight styles when they were fighting. Mike Tyson was impossible to hit. Evander Holyfield took shots like the biggest savage ever, where you're like, this guy cannot be knocked out. He just took shot after shot after shot. He's a great boxer, but he took so much punishment in those fights. He went to war. Not Tyson, no. Because Tyson, his gloves are attached to his face, and he moves like this. He's impossible to hit. You think Jake Paul is going to knock out Mike Tyson? Okay, of course, I could be wrong. I absolutely could be wrong, and I would expect you guys to use this video to make me look like an asshole. And I will say, if Jake Paul wins, good God, amazing. But you have to be kidding me. All right, so let me finish this training footage real quick, and then we're going to look at a little bit of the Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fight because, again, just look at him fight and then go watch some of Jake Paul's fights, and you tell, I mean, like, I'm going to look like a genius.
His physique, he obviously gained a little bit of weight, but bulky and destructive. The energy is totally unbelievable. I love it.
When has Jake Paul eaten a shot like that? Answer, never. 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 So you think that Jake Paul's going to be able to avoid every one of those shots that Mike Tyson that he throws? So keep that in mind. He's never been hit like that. And then we're going to move over to the Roy Jones thing, and I'm going to show you how Mike Tyson moves. Like, dude, he's going to get touched. Jake Paul's going to get touched.
Bro. There's a lot of anger in his punch.
Oh my God, man. Watch this as a, like, listen. Watch it like you are a boxer, okay? That's how I watch this stuff, dude. Like, watch it and imagine that you are on the other side of that and you're trying to find an opening where you can hit him hard, okay? Job number 1 of boxing, don't get hit. Job number 2, hit the other guy. You tell me, where does Mike Tyson have availability to get touched? He's so small, his body, you can't attack his body well because that means you need to be real close to him, right? Because he's really compact. You have to be real close to touch Tyson's body, which means what? He's real close to you. Night time, okay? So you're not going to beat Tyson on the body, jab his body to death. Look at that guy, dude. He's built out of granite. So you think that Jake Paul has a strong enough jab, cross, and footwork to stay away from this thing? Show me. Like, where is Tyson available to get hit?
One shot. And go high.
God, dude. All right, so that's that. Let's go ahead and move over to a little bit of the fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones from a few years ago. All right, I'm literally just going to pick. I haven't even looked at what part of the fight this is, whatever. I'm literally just going to take this at random because what we're looking at, okay, what we're looking at here is Mike Tyson's movement and punches. This is 3 years ago, obviously, okay? We just saw the training footage. He hasn't diminished at all, okay? Picture Jake Paul against this. And Roy Jones was still fighting professionally when this happened.
With a cavalcade of first-round knock.
Get up in there, Roy. Shit, in and out.
12 ounces. Not the normal 10.
Two of my uncles fighting at the barbecue. Get your...
Get me first, I gotta hold him.
He said he's bringing his hand, I gotta hold him.
I can imagine that. Power. That's power.
Look at that, dude.
Okay, come on, Roy.
Look at that.
Style of fighting of Roy Jones Jr. It does not conducive. And Mike Jones and delivers a left to the body and the left hook upstairs. And Roy Jones Jr., though coming forward, remains focused. Blocked Roy Jones with that left hand, and Jones shook it off.
And that's Roy Jones Jr., dude. He's 48. Like, this is, I just can't, dude. I understand that Jake Paul is young. I understand. But you are talking about Michael Jordan. Okay? Jake Paul is a good boxer. There are a lot of good basketball. Like, listen, what's the equivalent of Jake Paul, his current status skill-wise in boxing as it relates to basketball? Okay? Would he be a starter on a top 5 team in the NCAA? Skill-wise. You guys tell me. Okay? Well, this is Michael Jordan of boxing. LeBron James of boxing. 20 pounds heavier. Not like out of shape 20 pounds either. Older, but skill-wise, we're talking about different universes. Okay? Could Jake win? Maybe. Maybe. I'll lose a lot of money if he does. Let's just say that. Anyway, that's what I got. I love you guys. I'm very excited for this fight. Listen, I'm the biggest Mike Tyson fan on earth. So take it with a grain of salt. You know, maybe I am literally seeing something that is not there, because that is possible, because there will never be a fight I am more biased in than this one. So not against Jake, but for Tyson. That's my guy. I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Bye.